Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and I just wanted to do a little spend the day with me, just a few glimpses of my day. And the main thing that I have done today that has made me feel good is painting, so I just wanted to share that with you and just have a little chat and kind of a contemplative video while I am painting. So yeah, thanks for watching and I will see you soon. So I started the day with dropping the kids at school. My partner's off today, but it was just me and Potato, so I took him for a long walk for an hour. And then when I got home, I did a few cleaning tasks, and then I decided that I wanted to paint. And I had started this painting the other day of cinnamon rolls, and I just wanted to add more to it because I felt like I'd done kind of like a base layer, but I had much more I wanted to do with it, and it just felt like a good moment to do it. I find whenever my partner's off work, it makes me slow down too, because he's kind of just having a chill day and it sort of changes the atmosphere, and I don't feel like I have to prove myself or rush around doing things, and I'm more likely to make time for art and writing. And I didn't realise that he was sitting in the background and you could see him in this video, but it's kind of cute, so I'm just going to leave it in and hopefully he doesn't mind. And my daughter decided to put that painting up above him in the living room, which she did the other day, and she was really proud of it. It was cute. And yeah, my girls love to paint as well, and I like sitting down and painting with them. Quite often I will start painting and then they will join me when they see me painting, but obviously they were at school here and they're out at different times again today. So one is out at the normal time and this other one is playing a netball match, so we'll have some time to kill in between, but I'm going to just I think hang out and have some tea and just chat and do homework together. So yeah, I have been really enjoying painting again. I'm trying to switch off the inner critic and just enjoy the process and see what comes of it, and in the end of the day it doesn't matter how it looks. It's more about feeling good while you're doing it, and nobody's going to test you on it. And if you don't like something whenever it's finished, you can put it away somewhere and not show it to anyone. It still is better, I think, to keep moving forwards as an artist instead of just staying kind of static and not creating anything. And if you create a piece you don't like, I find it just kind of informs you for the next piece, so I'm trying to view it that way. And it is a kind of warm day for January, and it hasn't been overly wet or anything, and I'm hopeful that this weekend we might get some decent weather for our little trip. My partner and I stopped and got some food to take away with us because I didn't want to have to pay to eat out, and it looks like the place we're staying in is really cozy and it has a little fireplace, and I just want to get kind of hibernate there while we're away, and we might kind of venture out for walks and things like that, but I want it to be a no-buy weekend to fit with my no-buy year, and I want it to be nature and rest and reading and sitting in front of the fire, and I might try to bring some board games to play with the kids as well, and then Potato will be with us and we can explore around the farm, and it'll just be restful and a nice change of pace. So I really think it's important to find your thing that you love to do and to immerse yourself in it, because I sometimes don't know where to begin and I overthink things, so then it's hard for me to start with a project. But as soon as I just kind of throw myself into it without allowing myself to think too much beforehand, I always enjoy it so much. And this morning I didn't question anything, I just got out my paints and sat down and was like, I'll just do what I feel like doing. So yeah, it definitely was good for my mood, and I really think that there was a comment someone mentioned on my last video and it made me think about the no-buy and how I think the key to it is finding something that you are even more excited about than shopping, because you might feel excited about shopping and sort of you're almost programmed to want to do it and get the little rush that you get from it, but when it's taken out of your life, you need to find something else to put there, and shopping isn't my only solution to things, and I don't feel like I have been at like a shopaholic. Maybe there's been phases in my life whenever I've bought a lot of clothes and sort of gone charity shopping and things like as a way of self-soothing, but I don't think that that is the only thing that I have had. And I definitely grew up in a way where we were encouraged to be creative, and we were at home a lot and kind of given the tools to and suggestions for things to do, that basically you're using your own mind and your own skills and just using what you had already lying around. So I used to spend like hours and hours just listening to music, writing poetry, journaling, like we did scrapbooking, and like putting together photo albums and putting captions in, like what we kind of thought were funny captions, which probably weren't, and organizing, like changing our rooms around and like adding little things that we already had to them to make it more like attractive visually and kind of to make it feel like a new fresh space. And those are the things that I want to lean into in my no buy year, and to bring that back into my life more, because you don't always have to be reaching for something outside yourself to feel content. Like you should be able to find it within yourself. And if you just kind of slow down and like take a break and step away from like consumer culture, you realize like how many things that you have that make you feel lucky and that you are like excited to do. So I'm really trying to get back into painting, and actually the other day after making a video I decided to clear out the cupboard again. If you've seen my videos, you'll know the cupboard I'm talking about. It's the one in the kitchen, and it's kind of like my clutter cupboard, and it's a bit of a nightmare. And I always stop and clear it out, but it seems to just kind of accumulate again. But anyway, I decided to throw out my partially finished autumn wreath cross stitch sampler, and it took me like a year and a half to decide to do that, but I decided to free myself from it because I'm not enjoying doing it. It's kind of tedious. They didn't actually supply enough of the thread colours with the pack to actually complete the picture, which is kind of frustrating. And I had tried to complete part of it with a similar shade that I found online, but it didn't match completely, so it looked a bit off to me. Not that that really matters, but I just felt like the experience of making it was not making me happy or excited, and I didn't want to get back to it. I wasn't like dying to jump back in. So I was like, why not just kind of release myself from this? It's only one like cross stitch picture, like, and getting rid of it in a weird way has made me feel freer. It makes me feel like I am less stretched in different directions, because I always feel like I have so many projects going on that I don't know where to begin. And I think if I can kind of strip stuff back in my life and just focus on what I really love to do that makes me feel good every time. Like, I know that reading and music are those things, and also painting and writing if I'm in the right mood for it. So I'm going to focus on those things instead of trying to kind of like do everything and master all these other skills that are actually really time consuming to learn about. And I was making like one of those scarves that's connected in a loop, so you just put it over your head. And I spent ages on it, and then when I got to the end of crocheting it, I realised that I hadn't basically counted properly, and I am not the type of person that has the patience to do that, and I realised I couldn't finish it. So at first I started to unpick it and to try to kind of like salvage it, but then I realised unpicking it was causing me so much stress, and it was all tangled, and I just thought I'll just let it go and say goodbye to it. Maybe I will crochet again in future if I feel like it, but I'm not going to put pressure on myself to do it perfectly at the moment, because I have enough to do with my time. And I think if a hobby is stressing you out, it completely like defeats the purpose in doing it, because it's supposed to be restful, inspiring, peaceful, like, or just kind of make you it's supposed to be something that makes you feel energized, not something that drains you or makes you feel like you're not good at it. So I just decided to say goodbye to that for now and strip everything back to just painting, writing, reading. And I feel like I feel mentally lighter because of it, and I feel like I've kind of let go of a burden in a way, because I've always had like all these projects kind of hanging over me in a way, because I'm like, oh, I need to finish that and that and that, but when am I going to do it? So yeah, I just decided it's okay to like kind of eliminate some things and focus on the things that I really know I want to do. And I was just wondering if you have any projects like that, or hobbies where you maybe don't feel amazing about them and you want to be good at them, and but it doesn't come naturally and it feels forced and like almost like a chore. And is there anything you feel like you can let go of and give yourself permission to throw away and just kind of start over and redirect that energy into something you actually really want to do? And I just feel like painting food makes me feel so happy. Like, I just love food in general, and painting it is so much fun. And I like to feel like I kind of have a project to work on, and making a huge collection of like food paintings has been really fun. And I also like to paint places, and I used to draw people a lot, and I would like to get back into doing that actually, because sometimes painting feels like a big like task to get into, because you have to get all the paints out and sit down and focus, and you can't really you have to be painting for a time where you're not going to be interrupted. But with sketching, it's much looser, and you can just grab a notebook wherever you are and just draw. So I think I'm going to try and get back into that a little bit. I might add colour to it after, but we'll see. I used to really love just doing pencil drawings of like famous people, so maybe I will get back to that, because I actually haven't done that since I was like probably in my early 20s. And yeah, now I'm just going to get ready to go. I think I am going to get some tea and stuff to bring with me, and my dog Potato is really happy because my partner's off work and he can snuggle with him on the sofa and have constant company. So yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know how you're doing, and don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you soon. Bye.